And returning now to our top story, the ongoing violence and humanitarian crisis in Ivory Coast. We're pleased to have with us in our Washington studio, Serge Doh of Ivory Coast. Mr. Doh, again, it's such a pleasure to have you in the studio with us.
Thank you for having me back again.
I'm curious about your reaction to the news that Mr. Gbagbo is now in the hands of Mr. Ouattara and his forces.
Well, it's now all over the world. It's breaking news. What I wanted to say, today is an historic day for the people of Ivory Coast. My focus has been devoted to the well-being of my people, and no matter what, justice and democracy need to prevail. So I know we have to watch the development. We have to be careful about what's going on. We have to be careful about the humanitarian aspect of it. We have to be careful about security aspect of it, and we just hope that everything will go back to normal activities.
And you know, leading up to the arrest of Mr. Gbagbo, there's been so much violence. Yes. So many people have been reportedly killed, so many people have been injured, and so many accusations of rapes. Human Rights Watch came up with accusations, but both parties are being accused of, perpetuating this violence. But in the interim, now that at least Mr. Gbagbo is not in the presidential palace anymore, presidential residence, you think this is going to stop? Well,
there is a great work ahead of Ivory Coast. No matter who take power, if it's Mr. President Ouattara take power, we have to be reconciled, or we have to go to reconciliation of all Ivorians. Everybody needs to come back to order. We have to bring to justice anything happen. You talk about the rape, you talk about the massive killing that happened in my hometown in the west part of Ivory Coast. All of this need to come back to justice. We have justice to be prevailed. We have to open a fair trials and make sure we understand what's going on this area. There's time now to go back to normal. It is time for Ivorian people to together come back to bring this country back to normal. Making a call to all the Ivorians worldwide, whoever they are, they need to come back. It's time to take this country back to normal altogether as an Ivorian.
And as you've said, that has been your primary focus, trying to bring this great country of yours back to where it was. Ivory Coast Watch was, of course, formed during this crisis. It's a very new organization. What role does it play now, and what is its future as things normalize?
Ivory Coast, now that things are going to normal, we all hope things are going to normal. The role that we can play as an Ivory Coast Watch is to kind of keep watching what's going on the ground, to keep on assisting these people to make sure that we leave the growing pain of this democracy that we're going toward, and make sure that as a state on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, on Article 1st, all men are born free and equal in dignity and right. We need to make sure that the dignity and the right of people are being observed. And that's why, for us, again, the humanitarian part of it and the security part of it is playing a major role. Reason why we are thinking about organizing a massive telethon to unite all the Ivorians all across the world to raise money, to raise whatever we can do to help and assist this country to go back to normal. There's a lot of need to be done again.
Well, I don't doubt that there's a lot of work to do, and we can only wish you all the best. And maybe you'll join us again sometime soon and let us know what kind of achievements you've made with Ivory Coast Watch. And,
thank you very much.
Normalizing the Ivory Coast situation.
Thank you.
Of course, that's our thanks to Serge Doh of Ivory Coast Watch, who joined us in our studio today.